Hello and welcome to some more Star Citizen. We've got some updates on Alpha 3.11 with its new inventory system and planetary updates that are coming with it as well. And we are looking a bit at the refineries and the Pyro system work that's ongoing beyond 3.11. We're also going to have a sneak peek at explorations of homesteads and points of interest that are in development for where NPCs might live and sort of like areas we might have to do missions and these villages and things like that. There's more though as well. We also have a dev response about the old CryAstro Rest Stops and whether they're going to be using parts of them in the future. And the Ship Showdown moves on to round 2. We are starting with an Inside Star Citizen summary. Player inventories are getting updated and evolved in 3.11. They're still going to iterate on them quite a bit further. It's going to give you inventory space per armor part, so each individual piece of armor that you are wearing will have a different capacity and different slots that you can then move your inventory and items around with. Using a new inventory management system interface, this is going to be accessed in the same way as previously, so you can open up the action wheel by holding F and right clicking and access it via there, or you can press Y, which is apparently going to be the default key for that. You'll be able to manage your inventory a lot better with options to split and stack and move, drag and drop your items, as well as carry, inspect and drop items like before. They are working on a holo shader to make the UI look better. It's very basic at the moment though. The system allows for external inventories to be accessed as well in 3.11, so things like cargo containers on the Grey Cat Rock can be accessed, and you can put inventory in there, you can take it out of there. So this will allow you, for example, to take the materials out of your rock and then drop it off your character into the cargo hold of your ship, and then go and fill up your rock up again and then bring it back again. Well, that is a big change to the economy for sure. Also, soon we will be able to loot bodies and characters in a similar way, but it doesn't look like that's going to be part of 3.11. There are various planetary updates with Alpha 3.11, including updated textures, better tessellation, improved object scattering, and the painting tool is also going to be updated to use all of this more sensibly. We should also be seeing planets and moons all moving over to the V4 planetary tech, so they're getting all those improvements as well. You can see Daymar here starting to get those improvements, and they've been removing things like potato looking rocks apparently, but what's wrong with potatoes? Their new rocks using the updated organic shader look well better and less potatoey and less flat. They are getting much more detailed sand, gravel and ground cover for all planets as well. We will see more details on cargo decks next week, but the other station facilities they are working on now for 3.12 are the refinery deck and facilities. They are currently in grey box and have been set dressing their current iterations. The smelter drums are a big focus for refinery decks, and they've been improving their looks at the moment. We do know that refineries are going to allow you to get your mined goods and materials and pay to have them made into something else, a refined version of that good. There might be different types of refining process. There's going to be time associated with refining, but you could log off while it's refining, stuff like that. So a cool mechanic that I'm looking forward to. Pyro, the new star system, is getting more work, which is good. They showed current work on one of the moons orbiting Pyro 3. This is a very sort of reminiscent of North American deserty rocky plateau biomes. I think they're called Badlands. Zin literally said they're called Badlands to me, so that sounds accurate. However, currently Cloud Imperium feel that it's a little bit too much like Red Daymar, so this is partly because the current explorations are using the existing asset libraries and not too many alterations on that, so they're going to be making it look more dried, crumbly, volcanic, and adding more assets as well. Homestead concepts were shown off a few weeks ago, and now they're exploring these in 3D. So they're looking for a colonial style of hard-wearing, built-to-last building that looks like it could be used in many environments, that kind of thing. Some of them look like they've been used for generations and sort of like are going to be jury-rigged rather than upgraded over the years, if you see what I mean. So they're not going to be like super new or anything. They're going to look like they've been well used, and maybe some bits a little scavenged or sort of plugged in, lots of cables going everywhere, lots of little different types of generator sort of plugged in. They are thinking of having the building made out of materials more local to the moon or planet that they are built on. I expect that will be using some form of shader to alter the color and sort of material type. Also, these homesteads are going to be built with function in mind, so they need to have power, so they can have lighting, water will need to be stored, they might have life support, they might have defenses, all in the same way as a ship. There was a question on Spectrum. The old rest stops were cool. Are they coming back anywhere? Cloud Imperium's Jake Dunlop replied, the old stations were procedural. To explain it in a really easy way is the old stations fit together like puzzle pieces. The new ones fit together more like Lego pieces. The newer stations have much more freedom to change their shape and add on new segments at any time, like what we're doing with the cargo exterior add-ons currently. Adding those on the old system would have been hard. The new stations also allow for hangars to be attached. We still have landing pads, but mainly hangars are better so we can despawn and spawn ships without anyone seeing. Immersion, plus it's cheaper to render less ships. Lastly, there is hardly any room in the old stations, so procedurally generating an interior in such a small area is very limiting. Once we created the new, much more larger station exteriors, we could also spawn whatever layouts we wanted and were able to make very tall rooms. We also made some rooms wider because of the extra space, but not too wide that it would take forever to walk through the stations. If you would also like to know, the new stations don't just use all new work. We did reuse some of the old station meshes to help construct these, so really it's all an upgrade. The second round of the Ship Showdown head-to-heads are on, so make sure you vote for your favourite ship each day. We currently have the Carrack versus the Caterpillar, they're currently battling, although I'm not sure at what time this video will be going out. The Gladius versus Eclipse is after that, then we have the Cutlass Black versus the Avenger Titan, and then the Valkyrie versus the 890 Jump. The 4 winners will move on to the semi-finals, and then fight it off to go into the finals, and then one will be crowned Ship King! The free fly associated with the event is on till the 23rd of September, so make sure you jump into Star Citizen to test out some of the most popular ships in-game. If you don't have a Star Citizen account, make one, then you have access to the game until the 23rd. If you already have a Star Citizen account, you get access to all those 16 ships as well, so make use of them. And that's it for today. They are making progress with the Pyro system, but do you think that we could see Pyro in-game by the end of the year? The planetary improvements in 3.11, will that improve your experience, or is sort of like graphic quality updates, do you zone them out really quickly after seeing them going, wow, and then you sort of forget about them? Do you think that we will see player and body looting in 3.12? Whatever your thoughts, I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. What am I shilling for today, I hear you ask? Do you hate it when people steal all of your money and your house over the internet? I know I do. NordVPN may have been invented by wizards to help protect your personal data from the prying eyes of the dark web, a sinister cabal of technomancers that grow in power the more they know about your browsing habits. The true story of NordVPN's origins are unknown and lost to the ages, and without using facts, no one really knows how it provides more accessibility to otherwise censored websites or a safer security experience for all that use it. All I know is that it does, and that when you sign up to it, the power level of my bank account grows, and I use it, and maybe you should too. Every month we have a giveaway for a Star Citizen ship. For this month of September, it's for the Talon Light Fighter, the Battlebird Glass Cannon. Just comment on any of my videos made during September 2020 to be in for a chance of winning that. That ship should be flyable by the end of the year. If you'd like to further support the channel, there is Patreon or YouTube channel memberships via the join button down below. That will net you some exclusive content each month, but sharing videos, liking, subscribing, dinging the bell, as well as commenting and giving feedback really does help the channel to grow and give me an idea of what you guys want. Thanks very much for watching. You take care, and I'll see you in the verse.